Segment of Forever Family is brought to you by SportsVet.
Shockwave therapy was recently added to the rehabilitation treatments available at the Veterinary Teaching Hospital. And joining us now from the U of I Vet Med Teaching Hospital Rehabilitation Service is Kim Knapp. Welcome to the show, Kim.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Okay, and we also have a very special guest here.
We have a very special guest. We have a patient that has benefited from this new shockwave therapy, and she's here to take a nap while we talk, I think.
Well, the shockwave therapy must have helped if she's so relaxed.
It did help.
Okay, tell us how it works, and let's use Farrah, for example.
Okay, we can do that. So the shockwave therapy is a technology that's been around for a really long time. They've had it for use in horses for a long time. They've even had units for small animals, but it used to be a very loud treatment, and it used to be somewhat painful, kind of like taking a rubber band and hitting yourself over and over with it. But the technology has changed dramatically to the point that it's just small, light clicking sounds, and the animals can be awake for it.
Wow.
And it is literally taking very strong sound waves, similar if you think about thunder and lightning when it thunders and your windows shake. So it's sending sound waves into specific tissues and sort of stirring them up to make them accelerate a healing process. So it's really good for cases that have had like chronic pain or, you know, bad elbow arthritis that they've been dealing with for a really long time. It sort of stirs all of the chemicals up to make that healing process start over, so it makes them feel better.
And it works.
It does work. It works. It's really a cool treatment. It's not, you know, the first thing we pull out for every case, but Farrah is a really good example. She's a dog that's had lower back pain a lot. She's, I think, 11 or 12 years old. She's had lower back pain for a very long portion of her life, and she'll sort of do okay for a while, and they'll try some of the more traditional treatments, and she'll get better, and then she'll kind of relapse and have a hard time again. And this most recent time when she relapsed, she didn't want to go for walks anymore. She couldn't lift up her tail and wag her tail, and she kind of walked real stiff like a little old lady in her back legs. And anybody that's had lower back pain, it's really kind of an unpleasant thing, right? It's not fun at all. And so the shockwave therapy, we were able to treat her lower back. She's only had 2 treatments of the 3 so far, and even after the very first treatment, we could see a significant improvement in the way that she walks, her energy, her stamina, and she raises her tail and wags her tail now, and it seems like a simple thing. But a lot of what I do is not super scientifically exciting, but it's quality of life exciting, and the animal feels better.
Yes.
And they can't tell us how they feel, so those are the kinds of things that we have to watch.
That's such a good success story. I love it,
cool.
and I'm so happy for Farrah.
Yeah.
You also brought a piece of the equipment.
I brought a small piece of the equipment. This is actually the treatment head that we use. Inside here is kind of hydraulic gel.
Okay.
And the sound waves go through there. And then sound travels really well in water. If you think about how whales communicate.
Oh, okay.
Versus things like laser therapy that we also use for similar treatments and results. That's light sources, and light dissipates in water, so it spreads out.
Okay.
But sound is as strong in water as it is out at the beginning. So what it does is it travels really well through the body, which is mostly water. So we use some ultrasound gel. It's just water, little gel to help the sound waves go through, and we just apply it to the area that's bothered. I don't want to disturb Farrah. We just apply it to the area and move it gently, and it takes less than 2 or 3 minutes. We do 1 treatment the first time. We'll do another treatment in 2 weeks, and then we can do a 3rd treatment in 3 weeks. And then it can last up to 13 months. So that's the other thing that's really awesome. It's not something that you have to give up medication every day. It's not something they have to come back every week for. This new technology is really amazing in a lot of ways.
Yes.
But the best part is it's something that we can do for them that will last.
Yes.
And that's not common.
Right.
With the stuff that we do. A lot of the stuff that we do is a little bit shorter lasting.
Yes, I don't have any pets, but I feel so excited. Like I do have a pet with an injury that could benefit from shockwaves. Yeah. Okay, that seems like it would be a very expensive piece of equipment.
It is a very expensive piece of equipment. This newest technology is about $28,000 for the unit. and that's a big purchase. But we were lucky enough to have some very loyal donors to our hospital sort of called up one day and asked me what I needed, and I talked to them about shockwave therapy, and they advanced it and bought it, and I had it in my hands 2 weeks later.
Aren't we so grateful for those kinds of people?
We are. It's a great story. It's a great story.
Yes, it is. Well, we appreciate you both for coming. I know that there are many of you who may have pets out there that could benefit from this service. We are going to connect you with all of these details so that you can book a service. Do they just call you or find you online? What's the best way?
The best way, you can go to the VTH website, I can't even remember the website now.
It's okay.
You can go to the VetMed website and they can look up my information, but it's best if your veterinarian can refer you over for this kind of treatment, because we don't want to do something that would hurt your pet. We need to know the background.
Yes, and Kim, it is okay that you didn't know the website right off, because we're going to connect them with the website over at our website.
It's been a long week.
ciLiving.tv. We are so happy you came.
Thanks for having me.